Hello my beauties! So it's prom/formal season, and I'm sure a lot of you girls are a little stressed out about what dress you want to wear, what kind of makeup, what hair you want to do for this very special and memorable day. I thought to do a makeup and hair tutorial of what I would have liked for my prom/formal. Maybe it will give you inspiration for your own. So let's begin. After applying skincare, use an under eye primer to make sure your eyeshadows and concealer last all day. There might be tears, so you want to be prepared. Then it's on to priming the face. You want to protect your skincare and allow your makeup to last all night, especially if you're going to bust some moves on the dance floor. Next, I'm going to use a medium to full coverage foundation on a kabuki brush. I wet the brush to give it a more smooth airbrush finish. Applying with this brush makes everything so much quicker. After foundation, it's time to conceal the spots. You can skip the step if you don't have any. Duh. Then I use a high coverage concealer for my dark under circles and over any stubborn spots. Mattify and seal off the face with translucent powder and concentrate on the T-zone area or wherever you would be oily first. Moving on to eyes. Using my favorite palette at the moment and grabbing the lightest matte color to highlight the inner corners, brow bone, and sweeping the color all over the eyelid. Next is grabbing the darkest color and using a patting motion, apply it to the mobile eyelid area, kinda like a half moon shape. Now using the darker sparkly shadow and a fluffy brush, blend out the line and feel free to go back and darken the shade if required. Using a smaller brush, apply the dark color to the bottom outer corners and drag the color towards the inner corners. This will immediately make the eyes appear bigger. I like to extend the color a little out further because it suits my eye shape the best. Then using a smaller eyeshadow brush and grabbing the lighter sparkly color from the palette and pop it in the inner corners for that dreamy eye effect. Next is using a creamy black eyeliner and line the upper waterline. Then, using an eyeliner brush, blend out the color to create that grading effect. Using the same dark purple shade from the palette, pat it all over the black eyeliner to soften the color. Now it's time to fill the brows. I like to use this mousse one because it's waterproof, so you won't be worried if you dance and sweat your brows off. Okay, now it's time to curl the lashes and apply a ton of mascara. For some of you, this is all you need, but of course for me, I need some extra help with false lashes. Ta-da! See how much a difference it makes? The eyes are done. Time to warm up the complexion and create some dimensions. Let's carve out some cheekbones, jawline, and of course the nose. You can use fingers to blend out any hard lines because you want to make it look natural. Using a soft matte blush for that light flush of color. You might already be blushing all night, so let's keep this as soft as possible. Now this is optional, but I like to apply highlighter just underneath the eye area, down the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, and chin. This will look amazing in photographs as it will contrast the contour really well. Now the lips. First, make sure your lips are moisturized. Using a natural lip liner, fill in the entire lips with that color to create a base so that even when your lipstick kisses off, you still have some color underneath it. This is where you can also draw out the preferred shape. Don't be shy to overdraw them if you want, but just make sure that both sides are even. Now apply your favorite lipstick because I think that should be the color you go to the prom with and you feel most comfortable with. I'm loving this color at the moment and it ties in really well with your eyeshadow too. Apply straight from the bullet and use a lip brush if you need to perfect the edges. And now the makeup is complete. Let's move on to the hair. Before I start, I want to quickly show you what I will be using to create two hairstyles for you to choose from. I will be using the NUME Lustrum set. You get everything. Not only do you get a heat-proof glove, you get 5 different barrels. There's like pretty much you're set. Once you have this, you will no longer need to buy another curler for the rest of your life. This is every girl's dream. So if you guys are looking for gift ideas or whatever it is, this is definitely it. They're all quite interesting. I've tried all of them, and for this hair tutorial, I'm actually going to go for the smallest curling iron because I want to get tight curls to show you basically the most long-lasting ones, because I think when you have bigger curls, they don't hold as long, especially for a prom night. You want to make sure your hair is curled for longer, and I learned that from experience because I spent like a long time trying to curl my hair, and then once, you know, the humidity hits, it's gone flat. So the cool thing about this one is it has interchanging heads. So you get one that you get the wand, and then you also get the base of the wand. So all you have to do is place this in, down, and then you got to twist this to lock it. So once it's locked, it's not going anywhere. And because it gets really hot, it does come with a heat-proof glove, which I advise definitely to use, because if you don't use it, you will get burned. And I am telling you from experience. Once you click on the button here, it will literally take a minute, or not even a minute, it takes seconds to heat up. So while that's heating up, I'm gonna show you how I would part my hair. So I'm gonna take 2/3 of my hair up, so only about leaving 1/3 down, and I'm gonna twist it, secure with this pin, or this clip. So the reason why I've chosen the smallest barrel is because my hair right now is this current weird, not so long, not so short, weird length, so I want to make sure that the curls are quite tight. Once you've parted the bottom, I'm gonna grab and split it in half. Use that half, I'm gonna split it again in half, so in 4s. And using the glove, the hand with the glove, hold on to the hair, and then this one holds onto the wand, okay? And then I'm gonna turn this upside down, and I'm gonna wrap the hair around the wand like this. So just be very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release. And that's your first curl. So this part is where it gets a little bit tricky, because you want to determine where you want the fringe. For me, it's just the crown of my head, so I'm just gonna clip this part separately. And because we're going towards the surface of the hair, and that's where I found that where most of my damage is, what I like to do is I'd like to use some of the NUME argan oil as a heat protectant, but also it makes the hair look extra shiny. So I'm gonna pop a little bit just on the top layers here, because that's where I found most of my damage is, and my hair feels super dry. And I want to make sure that I want to protect it, because it's also where a lot of my foil coloring is. So my hair is super dry in this area. This particular oil, it's a lot thicker, and I feel like it protects the hair a lot better. And now I'm going to go back and curl the rest of my hair. Okay, so now for the last part, which is the crown of my head, I'm also going to apply some argan oil to the crown, because I want to make sure my hair looks super shiny. And I also wanted to create a bit of volume in the crown, so what I might do is I'm just going to spray on the back of the crown, just here, and just back tease a little bit. Now put on your protection, and I'm going to use the one size up, which is the medium size barrel. I'm also going to just spray my hair with a bit of hairspray. Lift up my hair and spray. And then at the same time I'm going to scrunch it to make sure the curl holds all night. Grab the 2 sections on the side of my face, and then I'm going to grab a clear rubber band, and I'm going to secure that part. You can loosen the crown to give you a bit more volume. It can be a little bit messy because this look is supposed to be some relaxed curls. Section this in half, and then you're gonna pop the ponytail through, and you're gonna pull. And that will instantly create more volume on the crown for you, and it gives you this little knot. Split it in half, and then you're going to take this side, you're going to make it into a bow looking one, and then you're going to tuck this underneath and secure with bobby pin. And then you're going to take the other section pop it through the loop. And then secure with bobby pins. So you get this really cute, complicated looking thing, which only took you 2 seconds to do. So the second hairstyle is going to be an all-up one, and this is obviously pretty predictable because I'm obsessed with this hairstyle. Again, I'm just gonna use a elastic band and a couple of hairpins. First, you're gonna make sure you wanna leave some hair out to frame your face. So I'm gonna pull this hair out and some sections here. Just leave about this much. And then this section I'm gonna leave about this much. And then all I'm gonna do is grab the rest of my hair. So I'm gonna pull it to the side. I'm gonna make sure this levels up with around where my ear is. And then you're just gonna tie it to the third one around here. You're gonna stop, and then you're gonna turn this around. What we're gonna do is gonna loosen the top here, and then you're gonna split the bun like this, whole. And all you're gonna do is push all of the hair in to create this messy bun. Like that. Now, don't freak out. You're gonna grab your hairpins, and then you're going to pin the extra hair. And then you're gonna secure with hairpins. And then grabbing this section now, you're gonna cover that, you're gonna twist it, and then you're gonna lay this underneath the hair. And then you're gonna secure that with a hairpin. So before I say goodbye, I just want to quickly show you what I actually carry with me in my clutch, especially if I'm going out for, you know, the prom or something to touch up. First of all is my touch up blotting paper. These are very essential because I know I get oily, and so it's important to have some blotting papers with you. And also this has a little mirror, so if you want to touch up your lips, you can also do that. My lipstick, which I'm wearing tonight, and this is the M Cosmetics in Misty Mauve, which is one of my favorite colors from the range. A spray perfume, because you never know if you're gonna smell or be sweaty. So this one is my Dior Blooming Bouquet, my favorite one in the Eau de Toilette. Eyelash glue is very important because you never know if you've been crying or been hugging people and sweating and your eyelashes fall out. That's the worst. And this one is from Kose, which is I think a Korean brand. And of course you would need your phone because you're gonna take a ton of photos. So that goes all in my clutch here. So before I say goodbye, I just want to quickly mention that I do have a promo code for you guys. If you want to buy anything from the NUME website, you can get 40% off using the code MIA, or you can get $100 off any NUME set if you use the code MIA Curls. So that's awesome because, you know, that's a lot of savings. It's actually quite generous. I'm really glad that I got this set because that's it, I'm set. I will not need to buy any more hair curling irons or hair curling tools in the future. And I'm pretty sure that you guys will be equally impressed when you do get one. If you guys wanted to get a heat protectant / argan oil, this is the one to go. This is by far the best smelling one and the most effective one I've used so far. So I really do recommend this, and I really like this as well. And other than that, I hope you guys have a lovely time at your prom or formal, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!